Chapter 3. That's strange. Their first lesson was history. Everyone was still talking about Gemma. She could hear them. Even when the teacher arrived, they didn't stop. "Quiet," said the teacher, but no one stopped talking. "I said quiet," he shouted again. "I hope everyone did their homework, because we're going to start with a short test." Now it was quiet. Everyone was listening. Gemma looked at Amy and made a face. They were like each other in a lot of ways. They both loved music, but they weren't very good in their other classes. Perhaps that was why they were best friends. Amy's mouth made the words, "I forgot about the homework." "Me too," replied Gemma. Question 1, the teacher started. Which street did the Great Fire of London start in? Gemma wasn't very good at history. There was too much to remember, and she wasn't interested in things that happened long ago. She wrote the first thing that came into her head for each question, but she knew most of the answers were wrong. Out of 20 questions, she thought 5 of them were right. At the end, she gave her paper to Amy. The teacher read out the answers, and they checked each other's papers. Amy gave Gemma her paper back and smiled. "Wow, Gemma," she said quietly so the teacher couldn't hear. "You did do your homework. But why did you say you forgot?" Gemma looked at her paper. 20 out of 20 correct. She couldn't understand it. She turned to Amy. "Why did you give me 20? The teacher is going to be angry with both of us." "But you got them all right," Amy said. She looked at her paper. "I only got 6 right." "Is there a problem, Gemma?" the teacher asked. "Amy didn't check my test correctly. I was just asking her," said Gemma. The teacher took Gemma's paper and read the answers quickly. "Wow, 20 out of 20. That's a lovely surprise, Gemma. Well done." Some people in the class clapped. "Go, Gemma!" shouted one of the boys. Gemma didn't know what to say. She felt her face go red. She couldn't argue with the teacher, but she knew some of her answers were wrong. Perhaps he was trying to be kind because she didn't do well, but that wasn't like him. It wasn't like any teacher. "Perhaps he's going to talk to me about it after the class," she thought. She worried about it for the rest of the lesson, but the teacher didn't ask to see her at the end. The afternoon was as strange as the morning. Now it wasn't only the people in Gemma's class who wanted to see the phone. Older students she didn't know were coming and asking to look at it. "It's really cool, Gemma," said one older girl. "Tell us how you got it," said another girl. "It's not a big story, really," said Gemma. "It's just a new phone. A man in the shop said I could try it for 2 weeks. Then I have to tell him what I think of it." "That's so exciting," the girl said. "What an amazing story." "What?" Gemma thought. To her surprise, more and more people came to listen. So she told them about the old man and the phone too. They asked her to tell the story again and again. Soon, everyone knew who Gemma was. She felt like someone famous. She was the coolest person in school. She stopped thinking that the story was nothing special. It was special to everyone else, and that was enough. "How was school?" asked her mother when she came home from work. "Okay," said Gemma, "but a bit strange." "Yes, your history teacher emailed me today. He told me what you got in the test." Oh no, Gemma thought. She knew there was something strange about that test. But why didn't the teacher talk to her about it? Why did he email her mother? Now she had a big problem. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did so well in the test, said Gemma. Her mother wasn't listening. It's wonderful that you're doing so well in school. All your teachers are really happy with you, and I am too. Gemma didn't know what to say. Thanks. I think I'm going to go to my room and do my homework. Her mother smiled. That's why you're so good in school. Gemma went to her room. She had a maths test the next day and she wanted to study. But first she watched some TV. Then she looked at her maths book for 10 minutes before dinner. After dinner, there was a good film on TV, so she watched that. Soon it was too late to study. I can study tomorrow morning, she thought as she went to sleep. In the morning, Gemma looked at her maths book while she was eating breakfast. It wasn't enough time. She was afraid when she went to her maths class and did the test. But when she got her paper back, she had an A. Well done, Gemma, said her teacher. Again? You said you didn't study, said Amy. I only looked at my book for a few minutes, Gemma said. You're just much cleverer than me, said Amy. Gemma didn't know what to say. She didn't know why she was suddenly doing so well at school. Someone is going to ask me why sooner or later. What am I going to say? She thought.